Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 55.
After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. Touchdown, Vikings! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Blocking the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Number 25.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He was brought down at the 26.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes him back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Denver Broncos.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. 23 yards, the final tally. Delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Here's Locke. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, 36 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bradley Chubb.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. He's got daylight. 30. 10. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll run with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's got his tight end, Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is right through.
That ties the game at 14. Brendan McManus.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Touchdown, Vikings! And the Vikings are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over first.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Judy. 74 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in cover.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Locke working out of the gun. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Locke. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
7 at the 11-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Cousins looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Dalvin Cook.
Now a man who punted for the Broncos for 6 years, Britton Colquitt, on to kick it away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. Is the distance on the punt there, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
3-yard line.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Block. Able to get this to Gordon. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He's got the first down inside the 10, and down to the 7-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, Locke, flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
6-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up second.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a run with Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33.
Ball carrier.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The open man is Smith. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Taken down.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Gain of a yard.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Cousins trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Cousins again. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown, And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Cousins now to throw on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Lock. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. Going. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Now there's the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in the game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think a part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. This didn't work.
Not at all, and the communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they...